this is Darth Rabbit07 coming to you today with another quick review. I am so totally pumped. After a couple weeks of hunting for this guy, I finally found Kranix at the same Walmart where I've been finding all the other figures, the oldest Walmart in Asheville, and I am tickled to have him finally in hand. Make sure to like, share, subscribe, all the stuff down below. Thanks again for watching. Let's turn this camera around and take a closer look at Kranix. Kranix in his box at long last in front of me, and I love it. My boy up in Canada, my roommate Raziel Kane, got this in from his DJC Collectibles, and shipping and everything, it wouldn't be the viable option for me, but so appreciative of him, you know, and the crew there. And boom, there's that, and pause and scan right there, help you find yours in store. Let's get all Kranix out of the box and hope Arbalest is not far behind. Long last out of the box, and on the turntable here's Kranix with this one lone accessory. He has a standard issue pew pew that will integrate better into a ship mode with this way this does. You'll see that in a moment. And here he is with this best life imitating box art, imitating life pose, and he is just so clean out of the box. He looks really freaking awesome. They need to go ahead and get the retooling done and go ahead and give us the Arbalest to complete the set, and or the scientist that gets off in the chomping of the first part of the movie there. It had to have been the scientist that was screaming, because him and Arbalest somehow got away because of what happened on Quintessa later in the movie. Looks really awesome. Let's go ahead and get into that articulation real quick, guys. You got a head that can go all the way around. A little bit of gappiness there. Don't know why they need to include it. Look all the way up due to transformation. Lower chin and mouth area will rotate down for transformation and whatnot. You can have him in his best flying pose because he's got this awesome looking jetpack there. So and he's got those thrusters there, and just a really awesome figure. I didn't mean to do all that. Let's get that back up there and get this head back up here. He can Mr. T out that far, full splits, van damage, the whole 9 yards. That is so very cool. What's even cooler is the way that they designed this shoulder joint to where you can get a seamless rotation all the way around there. You got upper bicep just above the elbow. You got that much in the elbow, come back up to it due to transformation joint. Zero wrist articulation except for a hinge to transform it down, which that is garbage. I really wish that Kranix didn't get shortchanged in that sense and manner. If a third party makes it, you know, maybe they'll make it and do it better. You can kick up that high and hard to the front. You can go this high and hard in the back. I mean, he can kick like no other. Upper thigh above the knee, that much in the knee, and he's got some pivot there and no toe tilt, and yeah, so there's all that stuff. These will rotate due to transformation. So, I mean, you can get some other little things to go, and you got some detail for some rockets there. So, I mean, he can definitely soar and fly along, even though he didn't do that in the movie or whatnot. And what's even better about this guy is they give him a whole other alternate mode that is from the Marvel Comics, and we'll get into that in just a moment. But first, let's get him with the only other version of Kranix that I have in my repertoire. And there he is with the Pit of Judgment Kranix. Very small, stiff figure. This rectifies that easily. So anyway, we can recreate that scene now. Has His Imperial Magistrate render a verdict, guilty or innocent? Spare me this mockery of justice. Pew pew. Pew pew, pew pew, pew pew, pew pew, pew pew. Peace out, I'm out of here. The design team actually give him an ability to transform into his Marvel Comics ship mode, and he can totally jet out of there. And that is way cool. Let's take a closer look at that ship mode up close, and like you get a head-on shot here, let you see those details. I really do like that they actually give him something to transform into. That is something he did in the comics, and it looks really awesome. Maybe that's how he got out of the Proud Star thing and the Devastation there. But he's got those thrusters back there, those other extra jets there. His pew pew becomes like a forward mounted cannon there for his ship mode to where he can defend himself. He looks like the Space Quack 1 from Lithone, and looks really awesome in my opinion. They didn't have to do this, but I'm so glad that they did tap back into the source material. It is really neat what they did there. And if they wanted to do something really cool, in the lore in the wiki it said something that Kranix was actually Kranix, and they could actually do a Kranix prototype figure, like, because they were rock people at first or whatnot. Little hat tip and nod to the rock lores when I researched and learned a little bit more about this fella right here. Now all we need is Arbalest and maybe the Scientist, and like I said, those prototype versions of that. That is a really nice ship mode. I like flying things that go swoosh, and he's just awesome. The only thing I got really negative, moving into some final thoughts here with this guy, is those hands in his robot mode. Been able to rotate at the wrist there, but that guy is a solid. Whoops, I forgot one little bit. Let's get that jetpack up into place there, cover up that little hole there. It'll click all nice and flush in there, and it's just a really clean looking robot mode of a, you know, character is barely on the screen any kind of time at all, looking really awesome. Delivers one of the most important lines of epilogue or dialogue, talking about Unicron, and then gets offed. But maybe if he had been able to transform into ship motion, anyway, he could have escaped the pit of judgment there. But love having this. I wonder if they're going to redo that, because we've got bigger Sharkticons these days, and I really do like the bailiff there, and maybe that guy needs to be a little bit bigger now that we've got this up here. But anyway, I think they're going to re-release the Quintesson Judge at some point. I think I could have heard rumblings about that. I really do love this Kranix figure. We just need Arbalest and the Scientist, definitely. And it'd be awesome if they did, though, the Kranix and the Rock People prototypes. Maybe as an exclusive somewhere along the line. And I don't really like exclusives, but really awesome character. Long overdue. Gosh, 40-something years there, guys. It's just gone like that. But really awesome that we finally got this Kranix. Make sure to like, share, subscribe, all the stuff down below. Thanks again for watching. Let's go play some basketball, enjoy this nicer weather, and the pollen is dying down so I can breathe a little easier. Take care, stay safe out there, everybody, until all are one. All.